Hello guys! The first Steam Next Fest in 2025 starts today. At this Steam Next Fest, you can try a dozen demos from games that will soon be released. In our first video, we are going to show you a promising action game to try. We start with Driveloop. Driveloop is a fast-paced driving roguelike shooter that combines intense vehicular combat with strategic gameplay elements. Players take control of a customizable vehicle and navigate through procedurally generated levels filled with waves of steampunk enemies. The core gameplay revolves around drifting, blasting, and ramming your way through hordes of adversaries while collecting power-ups and resources to enhance your vehicle's capabilities. As players progress through Driveloop, they can upgrade their vehicles with powerful weapons and recruit unique crew members, each offering distinct abilities and bonuses. Ketz Galactic Overlords is an inventory management roguelite horde survival game that challenges players to navigate through waves of enemies while managing their resources and equipment. Players can choose unique blessings from Galactic leaders, which offer various abilities and synergies with items found throughout the game. The gameplay involves strategic decision-making, as players must balance their offensive and defensive capabilities to survive increasingly difficult waves of enemies. Players can customize their characters with different items and abilities, creating powerful combinations to overcome the game's obstacles. AFTERBLAST is a challenging FPS roguelite action game that features dynamic gameplay with randomly generated dungeons, allowing players to experience a unique adventure each time they play. Players can choose to play solo or in co-op mode, teaming up with friends to face the challenges together. The game emphasizes fast-paced combat, with a variety of weapons and abilities to unlock and utilize. Players must stand up against gods and defeat hordes of monsters to save their planet. As players progress, they can collect and unlock over 100 items, both passive and active, to enhance their characters. RailGods of Hysterra is a post-apocalyptic Lovecraftian co-op survival game. Players take on the role of dreamers, individuals venturing into the dreamlands in search of a way to undo the devastation caused by the arrival of the Old Ones. Players will command and evolve a living monstrous train, known as the RailGod, as they traverse a wicked landscape plagued by Lovecraftian horrors. The game is presented in a top-down isometric perspective, with players exploring different regions of the Dreamlands to collect essential resources such as wood, stone, leather, and food. Dragonkin the Banished is an action RPG set in a world corrupted by the blood of dragons. Players can choose from 3 legendary hero classes: the Barbarian, the Oracle, and the Knight, each with unique abilities and playstyles. The game features a narrative-driven campaign where players must hunt down and destroy draconic creatures. The gameplay involves taming dragonets, building unique power builds using the ancestral grid, and expanding the city of Montescale, humanity's last bastion. Players can optimize their characters by strategically placing rewards in the ancestral grid to modify their abilities. Dino Path Trail is an exciting survival roguelike game set in an alternate Wild West where dinosaurs never went extinct. Players embark on a thrilling journey across diverse biomes, each presenting unique challenges and opportunities. The game combines elements of survival, exploration, and combat, requiring players to battle against the elements, evade predators, and confront cunning bandits. The dynamic environment and ever-changing threats ensure that no 2 playthroughs are the same, keeping players on their toes and constantly adapting their strategies. Players must gather resources, craft tools, and build shelters to survive in the harsh wilderness. Slime Attack Survivor is an action-packed roguelike game where players must survive relentless waves of slimes. The game features a variety of heroes, each with unique passives, skills, and playstyles, allowing for dynamic and strategic gameplay. Players can equip their heroes with powerful weapons, spells, and items to customize their combat strategies. The game includes 5 different weapon types, such as two-handed heavy weapons, bows, dual swords, sword and shield, and staves, each offering unique gameplay mechanics. In addition to the diverse weaponry, players can harness a variety of spells to enhance their combat strategies.
I ever cared for.
Godstone is a roguelike dungeon crawler set in a dark fantasy world. Players take on the role of Jarian, a deserter guided by a cloaked friend, as they navigate the ruined city of Palathian in search of the powerful Godstone. The game features intense battles against massive bosses, each with unique playstyles and numerous mini-bosses that test players' skills and strategies. Exploration is heavily rewarded, with hidden doors, fake walls, and secret paths leading to new treasures and stories. Players can find and utilize various items, consumables, spells, and weapons to overcome the challenges ahead. City of Rampage is a thrilling 2.5D brawler that immerses players in a chaotic urban environment where they must fight their way through hordes of enemies. The game features 3 playable characters, each with unique abilities and fighting styles. Players can choose their favorite character and embark on a mission to restore order in a city overrun by criminals and mutants. The gameplay involves a combination of hand-to-hand combat, special moves, and environmental interactions, allowing players to use objects in the environment as weapons or shields. The game also includes various levels, each with its own set of challenges and enemies, ensuring that players remain engaged and entertained throughout their journey. The Knightling is an action-adventure platformer that takes players on a journey through the enchanting lands of Klessia. When Sir Lionstone mysteriously disappears, it's up to his plucky knight in training to take up his magic shield and become the hero the people need. The game features a vibrant semi-open world where players can explore various regions, battle monsters, miscreants, and bandits, and unlock the extraordinary powers of Sir Lionstone's mighty shield. The gameplay involves a mix of platforming, combat, and puzzle solving, with the shield serving as both a defensive tool and a weapon. Kill the Music is an exhilarating rhythm action roguelite where players must defeat hordes of enemies using musical instruments. The game features a unique mechanic where your instruments automatically attack to the beat of the music, and pressing inputs to the beat powers up your damage. Players can build up a solo meter by killing enemies and picking up energy, which triggers beautiful animations and cascading effects to help mow down enemies. The gameplay is dynamic and fast-paced, with a variety of upgrades and synergies between instruments that players can discover to become stronger at the end of each round. INAYAH, Life After Gods is a beautifully hand-animated 2D action platformer that invites players to explore a post-apocalyptic world filled with secrets and dangers. The game follows the journey of INAYAH, an orphaned outcast, as she navigates the remnants of a highly advanced alien civilization to find her lost tribe. Guided by the spirit of her deceased mentor, INAYAH uses her magical gauntlet, which can transform into blades, fists, and a flail, each with unique combat and movement capabilities. The gameplay involves a mix of platforming, combat, and exploration, with players switching seamlessly between weapon forms to tackle various challenges and enemies. Lone Soul is a fast-paced action roguelike with ARPG twists that players step into the shoes of Varus, the overconfident yet powerful keeper of order, who is now on a mission to rescue the beautiful Revelia. The game features a combo-based combat system and deep itemization, allowing players to discover powerful synergies between loot and blessings. Each run takes players through a series of randomly generated locations, ensuring a unique experience with every playthrough. The gameplay involves seamless traversal through the mythical tower, where players must face 3 daunting bosses, one by one. and then all three at once. The players can express themselves in combat by acquiring dozens of blessings to enhance their combo deck. An Amazing Wizard is a 2D fast-paced Metroidvania-inspired roguelike where players create and master spells. The game features 7 unique elements and over 120 spells that can be merged in any order to create endless possibilities. Players can choose from 250 perks and explore 250 artifacts. The gameplay involves exploring procedurally generated magical worlds, battling distinctive mobs and elites, and defeating bosses to progress to the next level. The game also includes hidden rooms, challenges, and trap caves that players must navigate to unlock more elements and reclaim their lost memories. Wildkeepers Rising is an action roguelite that blends the power curve of a bullet heaven with the compulsive fun of a creature collector. Players take on the role of wild keepers, special individuals with a deep connection to nature who can communicate with powerful creatures known as guardians. The gameplay involves taming these guardians and using their abilities to battle hordes of monsters infesting the land. The guardians attack automatically alongside the player, but they also have powerful special attacks that can be triggered with the push of a button. Sliding Hero is a top-down puzzle Metroidvania where movement is key. Players take on the role of Luca Sicomoro, a military man of the Serenissima, who is imprisoned in a sinister 1700s Venetian villa. The gameplay involves sliding in a single direction until hitting an obstacle, turning movement into a strategic puzzle. Players must navigate a dark and intricate world inspired by Venice's carnival, using environmental hazards, weapons, artifacts, and their own momentum to dispatch enemies and avoid deadly traps. The game seamlessly intertwines puzzle solving and combat, creating a challenging and engaging experience. Twilight Monk is an action RPG that combines elements of Metroidvania exploration and classic JRPGs. Set in the hand-drawn world of Empyreal, players take on the role of Raziel Tenza, the last descendant of ancient kung fu warriors. Players must recover the 3 rings of the Triskelion and stop the traitor Nox to restore peace to the land. The game emphasizes exploration, with each dungeon holding secrets and areas that can only be accessed by gaining new skills. Players can use the mysterious artifact known as the Phantom Pillar for various purposes, such as battling enemies, blocking attacks, and activating mechanisms. Deliver at All Costs is an action-packed delivery game where players step into the shoes of Winston Green, a courier with a fiery temper and a mysterious past. The game is set in a chaotic and unpredictable environment, where players must navigate through dangerous terrains, avoid rival couriers, and complete deliveries under extreme conditions. Players must use their wits and skills to overcome obstacles and ensure the safe delivery of their cargo. The game features a variety of missions, each with its own unique challenges and objectives. Players can expect to encounter a range of obstacles, from treacherous landscapes to hostile enemies. Empyreal is a complex and challenging action RPG set in a far-flung corner of the galaxy. Players take on the role of an elite mercenary tasked with exploring a colossal monolith built by a lost civilization. The game features a unique and complex combat system that requires players to master various abilities and strategies to defeat formidable foes. The monolith is filled with danger, and players must navigate through breathtaking environments, uncover hidden details, and face automatons left behind by the ancient civilization. Players can customize their characters with a vast array of equipment, collect armor sets that confer powerful bonuses, and upgrade and modify the loot they find. Haneda Girl is an action platformer game that combines brutal and frantic action with precise platforming mechanics. Players can switch between 2 playable characters, Haneda, who wields a katana of light called Kinchan, and Mother, a tactical combat robot that uses brute force and bullets. The game's narrative revolves around the invasion of the Data Empire by the Hackernauts, and players must team up with Haneda and Mother to save it. The game encourages creativity in solving encounters, offering a variety of ways to approach each situation. The gameplay is designed to be accessible to both speedrunners and casual players, with a focus on replayability and tight controls.
Let's roll, Fortune.
Lost in Random: The Eternal Die is a fast-paced action roguelite set in the whimsical and dark world of Random. Players step into the shoes of Alexandra, formerly known as the Queen, and her die companion, Fortune. Together, they must navigate through a randomly generated gauntlet filled with monstrous pawns and giant board games. The game is designed to offer unique runs every time, with unexpected twists, challenges, and rewards that keep players on their toes. The gameplay involves exploring treacherous dungeons inspired by classic tabletop games, tackling themed rooms, and uncovering secrets as players progress through the Eternal Die.
Since you die now, but if you do, lucky me.
So that is the video. Which game that catches your eye? Please let me know in the comment. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.